So, contribution itself, the idea of being able to make a contribution in one small town. I remember watching the 15-minute video on YouTube, which explained it beautifully. The idea that you could contribute in a small community, and you talked about towns perhaps of say 5,000 people, give or take, that could contribute perhaps 3 hours a week to creating something that in that town is very good at doing, whether it be, the growing of a crop or, the sewing of clothing or whatever it was, and become expert in that and thereby creating technically economies of scale. Is that a reasonable way to summarize?
Yes, it is. It's a very, very light and entry level way. Let me just say this. We're doing something that's never been done before. So we literally are learning every step of the way. We're building the airplane as we're flying it. And that's how somebody recently described it. And I love that description. So I'm using it now because there is no textbook, there's no playbook for us to follow this. The Ubuntu Contributionism book that I released in 2014 is the foundation for this. But now, how to implement this, where the community works together for the greater benefit of everybody, how does that work? How do we make it work? So, what I can explain to people listening to this is, first of all, go to our onesmalltown.org website. It is quite up to date. It's constantly changing because we're constantly shifting and moving and updating and improving things. But go and read the onesmalltown.org website and inform yourself with what we do, how we work. But in a nutshell, it's any town anyway, but we call it one small town because it's a lot easier to implement something like this in the small town where the people know each other, where we can call a town meeting very quickly, and a large number of representatives of the town would arrive. So it's a lot easier to do it in small towns than in cities or urban areas. It's virtually impossible to do this in the cities. So one small towns are also filled with people with incredible talents and skills and know-how, and farmers and engineers and retired this and retired that, and architects, and so we have a pool of incredible talent sitting there, and they're all very keen to do something.